Hello, everyone. My name is Sumit. This is my YouTube channel. I'm so excited and so glad to be creating another video for you guys. I am a life purpose coach. Now, this is a term that you might not have heard before, or perhaps you have. I don't know, right? But my responsibility is to tell you what it means or even educate you. I help young adults professionally engaged in a 9 to 5 job transition into a life of purpose, passion, and authenticity using the tools of NLP, meditation, coaching, and healing. So, now that we've gotten that away, today's topic is really an interesting one. It's about skills and mindset, right? These two things right here: skills, mindset, skills. So, my question to you is, what is more important in that kind of an endeavor? If you are someone who is perhaps still going through the process of completing the education or have completed it and are doing some kind of a work, engaged in some kind of department, whatever it might be, marketing, sales, HR, doesn't really matter. What do you think is more important? Having the skills or having the mindset to make that transition? Now, someone very popular in the field of coaching and in the field of personal development, Anthony Robbins, says it is 80% of mindset and 20% of skills. Now, of course, it is debatable, and I would love to hear your feedback on this thing. But let me explain to you what is mindset and what is skills in my perspective. And I'm going to give you real time, real life examples that I've faced as a coach working with my clients. So I remember working with one of my clients. Um, so when he came to me with the issue of anxiety, of not being able to express himself. So, and I know it was the way he had chosen to program himself, perhaps, of course, unconsciously. No one would want to consciously program themselves to limit themselves, right? So, what had happened in his life was when he was a teenager and he used to speak very fast, right? And sometimes he would not be very clear. So, what happened was when he started to speak, someone, maybe a friend or even a senior, said something very rude to him, even made fun of him. So, in his mind, that little teenage boy's mind, the way this thing was programmed was, oh, I should not speak. If I speak, they will hurt me or they will make fun of me. So, as that programming began to neurologically get wired together, it started to become a blueprint. So anytime in the class, even outside, even with friends, he chose to not speak because I'll be safe like this. And yeah, of course, it was creating a benefit for him. So that's why he was sticking to that behavior. But, and this is a very good but he started to work in a profession where you have to deal with customers all the time, and that was the kind of role he took. And it was really ironical that he got into that kind of a role. Perhaps subconsciously he wanted to challenge himself, maybe. But what happened was, after all those years of programming yourself like that and behaving like that, it was difficult for him. He could not talk to his subordinates, his supervisors, and sometimes even his customers. But that's, you cannot you cannot work in a company or an organization like that. You guys know that. You gotta have the ability to communicate, to express ideas, ask questions, sometimes even challenge some assumptions, things that you think needs to be challenged. So the funny thing was, he came to me when it became like, I just need to get out of this place. So this anxiety was starting to manifest in his body. Like, his body started to ache, his heart, he started to feel pain in his heart, he had sleepless nights. So when he said this to me, I kind of like sense this thing. So after this 2 month program that I did with him, the personal breakthrough program. You can learn more about that on my website. There's two specific interventions that I did with him. I mean, I did a lot of it. The two of them were really impactful. One was timeline therapy, and the other was 13 steps to removing limiting beliefs. So after I did that, I was able to reprogram his mind, and he was able to choose a new kind of belief, an empowering belief, something like I am able to speak with people. I'm an excellent communicator. So once he started to believe that, once he started to embody that, his behavior started changing, his results started changing. So that is the mindset side of it, right? Now, that's just an example. Belief is just one of the many things. There are things like personality traits, there are things like your value system, there are things like how you identify yourself, and to the bigger world, to the external world, your contribution. So now it is for you to decide if this has that volume of 80%. The skills, on the other hand, is like, people are skilled at so many things. Some are skilled at writing, singing, dancing, speaking, and it's a skill we need to build. It's a practice, right? You speak again once more. I was not a good speaker when I first started out, but as I began to speak more and more and more, I started to become a better speaker. In the same way, skills are something we can learn, we can relearn, we can unlearn, and skills are very important. There is no question in that. But what happens if your mindset is so limiting that you would not even have the desire or the inspiration to learn a new skill? That's where that volume makes more sense. 80%, 20%. But I would still keep this thing open, and I would love to hear your opinion, your engagement on this. Now, one thing that really helps is to have a certain kind of direction or a goal or a vision, which will then allow you to understand what kind of a skill you need to develop, right? But for that also, for being able to open up your minds, you need to have that kind of a mindset. So it's a very um, interesting kind of dynamic. It's important to begin to learn the programs, to understand the kind of programs in my mind, in our minds, because they're really the blueprint that we operate on. And like I said, 95% of our behaviors are unconscious, and this happening automatically. You brush your teeth, the same thing. The thoughts, it's the same way they have been programmed. It's like it happened automatically, and it takes something really heavy to like make us question, and we don't want that to happen, right? We want to start to consciously deal with this aspect of ourselves. So, and there's so much we need to do. It's so much. It's an everyday work. This mindset thing is an everyday work. So first thing we need to do is really sit with ourselves and give ourselves time. That's really important. Give ourselves time so that we can understand the kinds of programs that we have. Second thing is we need to begin questioning those beliefs or ideas or the way we have structured our priorities. We need to question them. We need to see where they have come from. Are they really ours, or have we picked them from the media, from our family, from the society? It's really important. The third thing is we need to start getting out of our comfort zone. That means once we begin to embody that program, we need to start taking action. And this thing actually goes simultaneously, right? First thing, it's really good to have like a good way to begin decoding them and working through them, but nothing happens if you don't take action. So that's the third thing. Once we take the action, fourth thing is we gotta measure our progress, create a routine of it, create a system around it, make it systematized. So that's the four things I shared. I'm going to review it once again. Four things. That's right. Four. Wow. First thing, you got to give yourself some time. Second thing, start questioning them. Third thing, get out of your comfort zone. And the fourth thing is measure it. If you can't measure it, you can't manage it. You can't manage it. So start measuring it and give me your feedbacks. What do you think about this video? Is it useful? Was it not useful? If you want other kinds of topics that you want me to talk about, I'll be happy and excited. It's your boy SUMIT to the G. I do rap on the side as well, but that's another of my things. Let it be. So I'll see you on the next one. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and let's just grow. Let's grow together. Let's go.